Viewer discretion is advised for the following video. If you're under the age of 16, easily offended, recently used Christian Mingles, Farmers.com, or eHarmony, you may not want to watch this video. This video includes words like the F word, the B word, the D word, the P word, the A word, the L word, the E word, and the W word. There's a lot of words. They're mostly 4 letters. Most people associate that with a horrible public education in the American school system. I just associate it to the fact that I'm a douchebag asshole that totally broke this disclaimer by using the F word, in which you've now watched. Hopefully your children who hear you curse every day, yelling at your wife that she overcooked your food, ears are okay. All right, let's enjoy the video. Okay, so today I wanted to go ahead and do a follow-up video to the video I did out here at this very same spot using this, the Air 2S, and this, the smart controller. Now, I got a lot of comments questioning on my orientation of the antennas and if that had any ill effect on the test. So today we're gonna redo the test since the smart controller has new firmware and see how it does. Let's get started. What's good, everybody? Ken here, you're watching OriginaldoBo. Today we're gonna do another test with the smart controller now that it has the latest firmware, testing it with the Air 2S, looking at range and overall performance. Now, in that previous video I did, people questioned my orientation of the antennas. Just to be clear, this is how I typically fly with my antennas. I fly with them face down, and I'm usually facing the direction that my drone is. Now, if you think about it, this acts as a patch antenna and should provide me the best possible signal. Now, I did go ahead and bring 2 different batteries out here for this test. So I'm gonna test it this way, and I'm gonna test it this way to see if there's any actual effect. Now, keep in mind, this is not a super scientific test, and my results may vary and be different than yours. Everything is gonna be very environmental. Now, we're gonna try to take it out to that beach that's out there. And the last time we took it out about 7,500 feet. So I'm guessing we should be able to get similar range. If you can't tell, I'm not sure if you can hear with the noise. It is a little bit windy, so we'll see if that has any effect on how far we can take this today. All right, let's go. I also just wanna add that I'm not gonna be screen recording to the smart controller because I don't wanna tax the system at all. The last time I felt like screen recording and using this processor, it was possibly using resources that may have affected the results. So for today, I'm just gonna use a GoPro. Hopefully you'll be able to see what's happening. Yeah, I just wanted to make a mention of that. All right, let me switch over to video. And we will be on our way here in just a moment. Let's go, we'll just go normal color. I'm not gonna do any color grading. All right, and let's just do a little step-a-rooney. Okay, so we're doing antennas straight out first. All right, let's see how this goes. We have 20 satellites. All right, 32 feet. And I think the wind is going, right now the wind is going with the drone, so we gotta be mindful of that. We're 33 miles per hour. I just spit all over the screen. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and increase the altitude. Pretty clear day, can see pretty damn far. We'll take it up to about 95 feet. Well, 100 feet actually, but there we go. So we're almost already to the beach right now. We have 91% battery. I keep spitting on this screen. And we're at 2,500 feet. So far the video looks pretty clean back to the RC. It's, you know, no real stutter, so that's good. We're at 3,500 feet. 4,000 feet. I'm starting to notice that the RC is showing a little reduced signal, so I'll go ahead and increase the altitude a little bit and see if that helps. Now again, my antennas are straight out. Still losing RC feed. Now I'm down to 2 bars, and that's at 53 feet at 240 feet high. $6,000 feet. All right, so we have 2 bars on the RC signal. We're at 6,600 feet, 6,700 feet. Last time we got about 6,500 feet, so we're at 7,200 feet right now. Video's looking pretty good, 7,600 feet. Still 2 bars on the satellite. We're at 270 feet. We have 8,100 feet. $8,500 feet. Still 2 bars at 272 feet. So I think it's doing pretty good. $9,000 feet. Winds are kicking up here a little bit. Not terrible. All right, I'm starting to lose signal now. 9,700 feet. Oh wow, it's laggy. Weak antenna signal. I've got critical RC. I'm gonna try to pull back there. All right, so 9,700 feet, it was critical. It's saying weak antenna signal, adjust antennas. I'm at 9,500 feet. So we almost went 10,000 feet, which I think is pretty good. 290 feet is the altitude, and we're clear, totally clear. So just off the coast of that beach out there, which is Pine Island, is where we're at. Now we're coming back at about 29 miles an hour, so the wind is actually sort of blowing more towards the south. It's coming from the, I guess the north, blowing out of the northeast. So definitely a lot further than before. Now this is with the antennas basically pointing straight out though. I don't know how it will be if I'd use the antennas flat down like I had previous and just push it. Again, I'm not screen recording as well. Let's just take a glance at where we're at. There's that island off the coast there that we've been to before, and there is the island straight ahead. There is Pine Island. It's looking pretty empty today. And we are straight ahead. So 290 feet. So 290 feet. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, because I don't think we need that much altitude out here. Because now we're on our coming back approach. We're at 23 miles per hour. It's telling me weak signal. Could just use return to home even if we needed to. Oh, there's a boat. Is that a boat? Nope, those are trees. All right, so we're approaching the island here. I can see it's coming over the top. It's just cresting the top of that island. Hard to really see. The dynamic range on this camera is shit. Lowering the altitude. Getting a strong wind warning, but it's not really windy. Okay. I can see the truck. You know what's ironic though is the RC signal was still bad. Just now the RC signal changed. Interesting. There it is. And all right. That was about a 5-minute or so trip. All right, let's do another one, but we'll have the paddles facing down like I did previously and see if it makes any difference. Okay, so we had the antennas facing like this. Now I'm gonna do it like this. This is the way I've typically flown. Like I said, I've always had really good results like this. In that previous video I did, so many commented asking me, oh, you didn't have the antennas facing out. Like, listen, it's not my first rodeo. I know what works for me. I don't tell you how to pee. Let's try this again. Let me give it a little step-a-rooney. All right, same philosophy. We're not gonna go crazy high until we need to. And I was at about 95 feet for a long time out there. So right now we're at about 40 feet. And we're just cruising. Battery's at 94% for some reason already. I don't understand that. This was a fresh one. Now we got 9,500 feet out of that last test. Now I'm watching the RC signal. As soon as I see the RC signal start fading, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and increase the altitude. I'll start with 100 and then we'll sort of go up from there. Our max altitude on that previous test was about 290 feet. Now we're literally taking the same course. Now I am running at 62 feet. Again, the antennas are facing downwards, but they are flipped out. You can't see it from the GoPro though. Maybe you can see it from that camera. Now we're at 3,100 feet at 62 feet in altitude. And so far, RC signal is still solid. We have all the bars, so that's something. "62 feet, 4,200 feet. We're just starting to pass by the beach. We're at 89% battery. The RC signal is still full, 62 feet in height. So we're actually gone farther so far at a lower altitude than we did previous when, you know, we had the antennas flipped out like you all had suggested. Again, the drone is straight out in front of me. So we're just now lost one bar, but up, it's back. We're at 6,000 feet. We lost one bar. Now we have the critical signal, so now I'll start to increase altitude. Now we don't have critical and I'm at 90 feet. Now we have full bars at 89 feet and we're at 6,700 feet. So the new firmware definitely has improved, I think, the transmission between drone and RC, but let's keep increasing that altitude here. We'll take it up to about 100. We have full bars at 73, 7,400 feet. I have better signal now. $8,100 feet, full bars, flying with my antennas facing down, which so many of you criticize me about. And I'm at a lower altitude of 107 feet. 8,800 feet. Oh, still have full RC bars. Oh, 9,000 feet, still have full RC bars. But you were bitching about the antennas not being flipped out. 9,500 feet. At 107 feet, with my antennas facing down like this, full RC bars. Can you see this? Oh, 10,000 feet at 107 feet, and I finally lost a bar. Now it's critical. Now I can return to home that I've proved all of you son of a bitches that commented in the comments about the critical test that I did. Fuck you. How's that? We just flew 10,000 feet at 107 feet, which I consider to be a pretty safe altitude. Oh, mind you, my antennas are flipped down. If you're not gonna run these tests yourselves, sit down, shut the fuck up, and enjoy the show. This is my channel, this is my show, and I can be the biggest asshole I wanna be. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care. You don't pay my bills, I pay my bills. And the way I see it is antennas flipped down are the equivalent to sitting when you pee. You just go further, you can do so much more. God bless it, I love it. Oh, it's so good. Whew. I hope this GoPro recording comes out, because I'm happy right now. I am happy, if you can't already tell. What a glorious, glorious test this was. See, we were docile the first test because we're like, you know, we're gonna do it your way, we're gonna be polite, but now we did it my way. Now it's fuck you, because it worked. I've got better signal with these facing down. Now again, this is probably directional, but it proves my point. Always listen to your mother. She knows that Dobo knows best. Some of you right now are in the comments trying to type. You're like, you little Francie, I don't like this Dobo guy. He seems like a real asshole. A real asshole. Well, you're probably right, Junior. You are probably right. Maybe I am. And maybe my channel isn't for kids. But that's not my responsibility to have a disclaimer. Maybe I'll put like parental guidance or is suggested or something like PG-17. PG-17, that seems pretty good. Let's take a glance at where we're at. There's that island. We're going straight. Life is grand. We have 64% battery. See, how far are we from Pine Island? Yeah, we're far. 61%, I think we can make it. I hope that some of the people that commented in that last video come back to this video. That's pretty good. You know, 10,000 feet's good. I will definitely say, on a more serious note, the firmware has helped. Also, screen recording could have affected this, but I still think that this smart controller is overpriced for how old the technology is. I still don't recommend buying it. If you have it and you want to use it with your Air 2S, great. If you can find this for like 400, 500 bucks, like if you can get a crackhead deal on it, sure, go for it. But I wouldn't buy this new at 700, 800 bucks. I wouldn't do it. I think that DJI is gonna pull a rabbit out of their ass, and we're gonna see some new hardware like this, because this is too popular not to have a version 2. All right, so I can hear it. I can see it in the distance there. Life is grand. You can hear it. Oh, she's ripping. Got a warning that there's a manned aircraft nearby. This thing is ripping harder than my Uncle Freddie after hitting the Boston Market buffet. Woo! Here, come on in here. And this concludes my follow-up video for this, the smart controller, and this, the Air 2S. I'll say it here, if you decide you want to pick one of these up, that's on you. I don't recommend buying this, even though that I got the results that I did today of 10,000 feet with my antennas facing down. I know, because so many of you were so triggered by that. God, make your own videos. Stay original.
So you're not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so. They like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they busted your motherfucking chest. I'm getting good at my flow, been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it. I've been up, so read about it. No beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it. We never see it when I get my